Hey neighbor, sorry to hear you're going through this. I've been pouring through some of the saga recently with what free time I've had, and I think I found something for you. Something from the saga of the Volsungs. Let no one be so trustful that they trust their brother overmuch, or kinsman, or a friend. For often, word will go to wolf from word. Now then, I think it was early last week that we spoke about wolves and how often this connotation had many meanings, none of them good. You should be cautious with everyone. Wolves can be dangerous. Wolves can be cunning. But we mustn't take this at face value and the only example ever of how we treat our friends, family, or kinsmen in general. There are mountains of evidence of good relationships, marriages, and family networks. But we mustn't forget that as we change with time, so do our friends. They're not just some straight line, NPCs. Some people change for the better, some don't. Should they have revenge in their heart or be low on resources and see an opportunity, they might just wolf out on you. You know, you and I have a lot in common in this regard. It's not my father, however. I'm lucky in that regard. But I go by the old adage, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Some might think I say it backwards. I do not. Shame on you as I cut you out of my life. Yeah, I might say Happy Yule or whatever, but beyond that, nothing but common courtesy, and that's it. The bare minimum. Out of respect for my mother, mostly. This happened with some friends after my divorce as well. I found out who my real friends were, and who just needed a truck and a strong back. But let me close this by saying it's not your fault. Wolves can be cunning after all. And don't forget, wisdom is welcome wherever it comes from. Sometimes it's those bonds and relationships that we miss. So he fooled you once, shame on you. Then he fooled you twice, shame on him. Now you know you have a wolf problem, not a family one. One that you can learn from. Remember, not every parent, family member, or friend is a good one. Is it because it's in their nature or due to their circumstances? Or are their parents, family, and friends turning into wolves as well? In reflecting on this, I went out last night and I looked up at the full moon. I wondered to myself just how many wolves were out there right now, living their life amongst my friends, family, and parents. How big is this wolf pack? And why is it almost always based in greed? Greed for resources or power. So beware wolves, neighbor. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Acha cha cha cha.